Hey guys, welcome back to another brand new video. We are here today. We're going to be playing some Blackout. I might do a Fortnite video next to see out the arena mode, but today we're back with another old school story time since a lot of you guys have been enjoying that. So we're going to hop right in and get started with today's topic. What we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about one of my personal scariest injuries of all time, next to obviously the car accident involved them. But besides that, this was definitely probably one of the scariest injuries I've ever been involved in. And it was pretty gnarly. I'm not gonna lie. It was gross. It's something I never want to happen. Obviously, it's an injury, but it's just something so gross and just terrible. But this took place, I believe, my junior year of high school, and it was right after we had just come back from. I had just been sick. And it was in, I think it was February, because it had been snowing recently. So yeah, we had just gotten back. I had just gotten over being sick. I had missed school like the first 3 days. I think it was like a Thursday or a Friday or something. I was just getting back to school. You know, I was excited. I was feeling better. I was feeling ready to go, and it was in gym class. So I was like, I wanted to test out, how I was feeling, if I could go 100%. Just test where I was at pretty much. And as for testing myself, that went pretty well. It's just a fact of when the injury occurred that I knew something bad happened. But we were playing basketball because it was February. It was cold outside, so we were just inside playing basketball, and I will take that every day of the week. We were playing basketball, and I was testing myself. I was going pretty hard, and I went up for this rebound. I didn't have a very good team because we just got joined a random team just in gym class. So I didn't have a very good team. So I was kind of doing most of the work. So I went up for the rebound, and keep in mind I'm not very tall. So I really have to like jump and get up there. Well, at least in junior I wasn't very tall. So I was really jumping to get up there, and oh god. But I went up for the rebound, and when I came down, instead of myself landing on the ground, I landed on someone else's foot, and I thought I landed on the ground, so I started twisting to pivot, and instead of it being the ground, I was on his foot, so I pivoted off of his foot, and my kneecap just came completely out of the socket. Like, you could feel it move, and you knew. The thing is, if you've never dislocated anything before, you won't really know until you do it. But once you've done it, it's dislocated instantly. Like, oh, I did it, it's dislocated. Like, you just know it. When you experience it for the first time, you'll get what I mean if you do get to experience it. Hopefully you don't, because it is no fun at all. It's kind of scary, honestly, but. So my knee dislocated. It was about 90 degrees. My knee basically took a 90-degree right turn, and it was just off to my kneecap was on the side instead of being on the front. It was pretty gross. And so we go ahead, and I'm laying on the ground because I wasn't crying, but I was kind of in a state of shock. I was like, oh my god, my knee is dislocated. So I call for my teacher to come over here, and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, my knee dislocated. You kind of need to call an ambulance. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's not where it's supposed to be. So she calls an ambulance, and the paramedics arrive and everything. And people start freaking out because they're like, why are the paramedics here? And I'm just sitting there laying on the ground, like, just quivering, like just my knee's just out of place. And they seemed to be pretty alarmed by my injury, because I could hear one of the paramedics go in the back. We're like, holy shit, that guy's knee's fucked up. And he was trying to whisper it, but I heard it, and I was like, I didn't say anything, but I was like, man, that's the last thing I really needed to hear, honestly. I am a lucky camper. Let's go, man. But so overall, the paramedics ended up coming. They realized my injury. They got me on this stretcher type thing. They got me on a stretcher, and then they also went ahead and they put this like airtight seal around my airtight cast around my knee, so it wouldn't move while it was dislocated, because that would hurt even more. It's extreme pain. So I ended up getting in the ambulance and going on the way to my hospital. My parents are kind of freaking out. They're like, I've never had an injury like this before, so my parents are freaking out with me, which probably wasn't good, because it made me kind of freak out when they saw it. But I ended up getting to the or on the way to the hospital, my knee started spasming and I couldn't control it, and it was just it wasn't flailing, but it was like moving all over by itself, and it hurt so bad because I had no control over it, and the pain is just excruciating. We ended up making it to the hospital. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Before, on our way to the hospital, the EMT that was in the ambulance with me, I was like, dog, I want you to be straight up with me. Is it gonna hurt more putting it back in than it is when you take it out? And he's like, yeah, it's gonna hurt like a bitch. And I was like, oh, okay. So, you know, I wanted to know though, because I was curious. So we go ahead and we get into the hospital room, and first they offered me to put my knee back in without any medicine, without any numbing pain. And I was like, you know what, I'd rather not be any more pain than I already am, so I'll go ahead and I'll take the morphine that you're gonna offer me. Easy kill, man. Let's go. The way they had to put my knee back in place was, well, the doctor came in and he examined the injury, and he's like, all right, this is how we're gonna do the injury. This is how we're gonna repair it. And at this point, you know, it's still out of place. We're not looking too good. And he goes ahead and he's like, this is how we're gonna do it. He's like, you're gonna hate this, but what you're gonna have to do is, oh wait, hold on. I don't know why he would do that. Maybe because there's two of you? But their plan was to put my knee back in. My knee is pushed off to the right side. It's like a full 90 degrees from where it's supposed to be. And their plan was that I was laying on my side too. So they're like, we're gonna have to lay you flat, and you're gonna have to pull your leg straight out while it's still dislocated, and then you're gonna have to push your heel forward, and I'm gonna pull, and your leg will come back into place. And hearing that, I was so scared, because I was like, you mean it's dislocated and everything, and I'm gonna have to pull it straight out and lay forward? Like, it was so scary to me. But obviously, like, I knew like it was gonna be better once it happened, so I was like, all right, let's just go in and do it. And in the process of me turning over and her pulling my leg and me putting my leg straight out, that's the point where I started crying. It hurt so bad that I was screaming for help inside the hospital. Like, I can't describe the pain. It was unbearable. But it was weird. She did it, and then it popped back in, and you could feel it just kind of pop, and it moved back over. And it was pretty gnarly. But the pain went like from like a level 10 pain to like a level 2 pain, like instantly, just because it was put back into place. Like, it was a big relief, but I had to go through, you know, you have to go from super high to a super low. So I had to go through a ton of pain, and then all of a sudden, boom, it was gone instantly. So it was very scary. But at that point, I didn't know if I still had to have surgery on my knee, or if I had to have crutches or something like that. Like, I was very worried. So then after they put it back into place, I was like, so do I have to have crutches, or do I have to have surgery, or anything like that? And they told me I got really lucky, because I didn't have to have either. In fact, I had to wear this really tight brace around my leg for the next 3 weeks. I wasn't allowed to bend my leg for 3 weeks. That was quite the challenge as well, because I did want to bend my leg at times. You know, I mean, when I'm not allowed to do it for so long, I want to be able to, and you know, I had the urge to a lot. But it was pretty excruciating. I'm not gonna lie. Those 3 weeks were very scary as well, because I had to learn how to put on clothes and take shower. Or I didn't take showers. I had to switch to taking baths. I had to change a lot to make sure my knee was at full recovery. I never went through physical therapy though. They recommended me to, but I never did. And I mean, to be honest, I didn't really see a difference. I'm okay now. I've worked out on it. I've gone and I've exercised on it and a whole bunch of stuff. I went and played games on it, like football, baseball, and it seems to be all right. So I'd say I got pretty lucky, but still to this day, I'm still terrified about doing it again, like all the time. Like, I make sure, like, where I'm walking, making sure, you know, nothing's weird going on, you know, just constantly, because I do not want to have anything close to that ever happen again. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Another old school story time put in the books. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys do want to check out my streams on Twitch, that's where I'm streaming. Twitch.tv/extracod. I'll put it on the screen. And if you also want to follow me on Twitter, I'll put that in the link below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'll see you guys then. Peace out.